afternoon and welcome to match weekend 3 of the Premier League season, and we've got two more games to show you from. We've got two games to show you from the match week 3, and they both involve promoted sides and against two of the glamour names in English football. Tomorrow we go to Turf Moor for Burnley's clash with Manchester United, but today it's all about Leicester City and Arsenal, the FA Cup holders, and looking to try and go one better and try and win the league this season under Arsene Wenger. A team that haven't won the league since the invincible side of 2003-04, where they were unbeaten for all 38 games, if you remember, and were beaten, and obviously within a season and a bit they abolished that 42 game unbeaten run set by Nottingham Forest back in 1978. So Arsenal with plenty to prove. Wenger, knowing that if his Arsenal side could go the distance, they do play football the right way, and hopefully this will be a game for the purists. Leicester, of course, under the managership of Nigel Pearson. So a lot of people, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but he does get the job done, and Leicester would be in a lot more worse position than what they are now in the Premier League at the moment. So let's get over to the King Power Stadium as Leicester try and get through. Leicester try to shop the odds and try and beat Arsenal at the King Power Stadium. So let's go live over to the stadium to join the capacity crowd of 28,500 to see if Arsenal can start the game really well and keep up the pace at the top of the Premier League. So let's get straight to the stadium. Hello there, good afternoon and welcome to the King Power Stadium as Nigel Pearson's Leicester take on Arsene Wenger's Arsenal. The first time both sides are featured on the big game live this afternoon, and for the first time this season the first time this season on the coverage, we're bringing a game that is not sunny. The weather out here is very, very appalling. It's more typical British weather. It'll make the pitch zip a bit. Let's have a look at the Leicester City side. Kasper Schmeichel starting goal. Jamie Vardy is up front with Leonardo Ugella. Esteban Cambiasso, former Inter Milan player, plays up in the midfield. And former Arsenal defender Matthew Upson plays against his old side. Wes Morgan skippers the Leicester team. As for Arsenal, Ospina gets the nod in goal. Giroud will play up front with Walcott and Sanchez on the wings. Ramsey, Cazorla and Özil play in the midfield. And it's Koscielny and Mertesacker, the two centre backs. Well, first chance that we're going to see Arsenal in action on the big game live, and well, they've started the season pretty well. But Leicester, they certainly don't give too much away as referee Michael Oliver is about to get the game underway. Arsenal to get his away then. He's, by the way, in their traditional colours. And off we go then. Arsenal are taking the goal to the left, going from left to right in this first half. Leicester the opposite way around. Leicester in the blue shirts, white shorts and blue socks. Arsenal in red and white, with white shorts, and hooped red and white socks. Should be a game that be enjoyed. Looking at the lineup, certainly Leicester with a little bit defensive considering that. Oh, and a chance then for Leicester, and a whistle's gone, and a free kick to Arsenal. Just a little scare there for the Gunners there, for Wenger's men. In the end, though, free kick. Just going back to what I was saying just before, Leicester were about to threaten the Arsenal goal. It's interesting that Pearson has gone very defensive. He's gone with 5 at the back to try and counter the 3 attacking players in the Arsenal lineup. They're going 4-3-3 today, Wenger's men, and we've certainly put the firepower in the side there. Wenger feeling that Walcott might be suited to the flanks this afternoon. Use his pace more effectively on this sort of surface. Gibbs. Now Alexis Sanchez. Giroud waiting in the middle, so too is Walcott. Giroud is there, but headed away. Leicester, of course, who won the championship last season. By a long distance from second place Burnley, although there wasn't much in it between the two sides when they faced off at Turf Moor, when Leicester won 2-0 and Sam Vokes got that horrible injury, of course. So it goes to Kasper Schmeichel, of course, son of Peter Schmeichel, of course. And he's got a lot to live up to in terms of success. Even go to match his father and what he achieved in his playing career, most notably, of course, at Manchester United. Cazorla getting it forward, and it's a good ball, and Giroud's in behind here. A real chance now in the 25th minute for Arsenal. Well, they've got the lead they so desperately wanted. He broke through, he's onside, and Olivier Giroud never misses from that sort of range. And it's 1-0 to Arsenal. And that's deadly finishing of the highest calibre. Anguish on the face there of Kasper Schmeichel. 26 minutes of the game gone, so just over halfway through the first half, and Olivier Giroud has got the opener. So we're doing well. Sanchez, Ramsey. Going to play Giroud behind once again. And Leicester, 5 at the back, obviously not paying off. Vardy's offside. Of course, the Leicester fans won't like that decision. I have to say there wasn't much in it, but the flag was quite rightly raised, and a free kick was the correct decision. Half an hour gone. Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. Giroud the goal scorer after 26 minutes. Here's Sanchez. And that's a tremendous ball in behind. Schmeichel's there first, although Giroud was sliding in there on him. And Kasper Schmeichel, in fairness to him, kept his balance very, very well. This has gone. Offside. Ujoa, the man who's been adjudged there to be offside from the goal kick. I've got to say, again, there's not much in it there. So a little bit unfortunate there, Leicester, to be caught offside a couple of times already this afternoon. Just see the surface water coming off the top of the pitch. It's very, very playable, there's no doubt about it. The pitch conditions are absolutely beautiful. Giroud with a tremendous shot there, and it cannoned back off the post. Giroud with the effort, and it sort of hit the inside of the post, and it somehow rebounded out, and Cambiaso's away from Hector Bellerin, and Leicester could be in business. That's going to be a free kick. Referee Oliver, it's a red card. It's a red card for Bellerin. Well, I've got to say, that looks a harsh decision. Certainly, I thought, well, he's gone for the ball. I don't think it was deemed a real dangerous challenge. I thought it was worthy of a yellow card at least. Certainly not a red. That decision from referee Oliver has really took everybody here in the stadium by a lot of surprise. So it means now Pearson's side from this free kick can float it in against 10 men as that header goes over the top from Cambiasso. And that was a great opportunity to get Leicester level against 10 men going in at a half-time interval. So David Ospina with the goal kick. That should be half-time. And there's an injury down there on the centre circle there. It's all happening here in this last sort of few moments. And another injury over on the far side there. Giroud's injured, and then we got a Leicester player over on the far side that went down for a few moments or two. Now he's going to get the ball for a throw. Arsenal now down to 10 men. Oh no, it was a foul in the first place. No doubt about it, it was a foul, but surely a yellow card would have sufficed in that sort of situation. Half time then, Arsenal go up, but a man down. Giroud put them in front, but Bellerin was sent off rather harshly for a challenge on Mahrez. But half time here at the King Power, Arsenal have the lead here by 1-0. And I want to welcome back to the big match, to the big game live, as we see Nacho Monreal replace Olivier Giroud. So he will now fill in, even though he's a left back by trade, he'll fill in at right back, and Sanchez will now play up on his own. They're going to go to a 4-4-1 formation, Arsenal, just because of the sending off. I did think that sending off was rather harsh, but that's the way Mr. Oliver saw it, and he'll give Leicester a little bit more licence to attack now as we go into this second half then with Jamie Vardy. Throw to the home side. We will go down, but a man up in terms of personnel. Little dink cross in there. Mertesacker getting up there. The big wily centre back there. Bagger stay down. Leicester now going for the jugular. They might as well try and throw every egg into one basket, and Ozil nicked the ball superbly well. Now Kazoa can break out for Arsenal. Schmeichel almost doing a Manuel Neuer there. In fact, doing a Manuel Neuer, doing a tremendous job playing sweeper keeper. Here's Ramsey, the Welsh wizard. Now can he get the cross in? One way in the middle. Couldn't get it. Couldn't find it, and in the end Cambiasso managed to get it away. As we played a quarter of an hour in the second half, and Leicester trail, but are pushing for the equaliser. That's a good ball in, but again Arsenal hounding it out, and here's Walcott, and this guy's got pace to burn, this fella. Wes Morgan did a tremendous job. Now here's a chance for, this is the breakout with Upson. A tackle there by Alexis Sanchez. Now this could be a massive problems here now, and a ball across Walcott. Yes, badly misjudged by Schmeichel, and Phil Walcott has made it two. He actually dummied the goalkeeper and then realised he could get to the ball before anybody else, and that's exactly what happened. And Arsenal have a breathing space now of 2 goals. That's Walcott's second goal this season, and it really puts breathing space between themselves and Leicester City with 22 minutes just over now to go. To be fair to Leicester, they really battled bravely, but that extra quality of finishing that the bigger teams do have in their armoury does prove in the end. But here's Mahrez though for Leicester City. Good save by Ospina. That's the first save he's had to make in the entire game. And he's come 71 minutes in, and he was certainly up for the challenge there, David Ospina. But very much up for the challenge. Kramaric on for Jamie Vardy. They're not going to be judged on this sort of result. Pearson's men this season, they're certainly going to be judged on results against the teams around them. And Sanchez round to Michael, and that has settled it. Quarter of an hour to go, and Arsenal go 3-0 into the lead. Sanchez walks through the Leicester defence. They had to push bodies forward, chasing the game against 10 men. And Sanchez kept his composure, kept his cool, and fired. Went round to Michael and fired into an unguarded net. And it's Leicester 0, Arsenal 3 now. And Sanchez off the mark for the season. Playing as a centre forward on his own this second half, because obviously the sacrifice that Arsenal have had to make in the striking department to get another defender on, and it's been a tactic that Wenger has done terrifically to the letter. Free kick to Leicester. Well, they've had the better of the 50-50 marginal decisions as Andy King comes up to be replaced there by Danny Drinkwater. King really hasn't got into this game at all. And Pearson, even though the game's probably gone now for him, gives Danny Drinkwater an opportunity to play himself in with a shout at the next game and a possible start. But it's a free kick which Esteban Cambiasso is over. He floats it into the penalty area, and the back by Mertesacker under no great pressure, by the way. Back to David Ospina. Cazorla, Gibbs, Mertesacker, Ramsey. Here's Walcott. Wonderful football, Walcott. Good save. Well, to be fair to Kasper Schmeichel, even though he's been beaten 3 times, he's not had a bad match so far. He's had little or no chance with the 3 goals that have gone past him. Drinkwater. Kramaric. Oh, a little bit late. Half comes Esteban Cambiasso and Dean Hammond, the former Brighton man, will take his place for a few seconds at least. So Ozil, Walcott and Sanchez look like being the difference in this game for Arsenal. Dean Hammond now just enters the fray for what will be just a little cameo now at the end of the game, in what's going to be surely a losing course for Leicester City. Can they pull something back here? Gijola sends it in. And in fact, Dean Hammond was right in there and headed it wide of the post. Not for too many chances, Leicester, and they haven't really worked Ospina enough when Arsenal have been down to 10 men. Shelby doing well. Even Mertesacker really haven't had to break too much of a sweat this afternoon, especially in these monsoon-like conditions out there on the field. Final whistle. Arsenal home and hosed. They went down to 10 men, but goals from Ozil and in the second half, Walcott and Sanchez sealed the deal for the 10 men. And their terrific start of the season continues. Final score then at the King Power, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 3. So a routine victory there for Arsenal, 3-0. Even with 10 men, they still looked a very dominant side, and I think they'll take some beating, certainly this season, with the quality they do possess up front. As for Leicester, it's going to be a battle against relegation for them. Nigel Pearson's sides are very well organised, although you could have say even at home to set up with fire at the back to start with was tinged with a little bit of negativity maybe, but having said that though, They had a really good goal second half against 10 men, but just didn't have the quality to really test David Ospina in the Arsenal goal. So Arsenal certainly well up and running now in terms of Premier League points. Burnley, however, who we featured tomorrow, they still need to get off the mark. Could they do it against Louis van Gaal's Manchester United tomorrow? Well, tune in and find out. See if we can see what happens then. Until then, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow at Turf Moor for Burnley against Manchester United. But it's Arsenal's day at the King Power Stadium. They may have gone down to 10 men rather harshly, but their finishing wasn't half ruthless themselves. Goals from Giroud, Walcott and Sanchez just swept aside an average Leicester City team. From the King Power Stadium, until tomorrow, goodbye for now. Bye bye.